Hello YouTube, Runa here. Thank you for joining me on my little corner of the interwebs. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the basic 7 chakras that all of us have. They are energy centers along the spirit body, and the basic 7 run along the base of the spine up to the crown of our head. There are 7 of them, as I said. They all do different things, and they all have different kinds of correspondences. And there are a lot of other chakras that are available and ready to be worked with and fed and opened and all sorts of stuff. But the 7 basic ones are the ones I'm going to cover right now. So, let's start at the bottom. If any of you make a Drake comment, I swear. I'm not that big a Drake fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a metal and industrial dark wave kind of person. But he's not too bad. Pop isn't my whole thing. If you attack me for that, you're in the wrong place. Anyway, the base of the spine, which is right, like, okay, go to your groin and then go down a little bit. There you go. That's where we are. The base of the spine. That is where your root chakra is. Your root chakra is the lowermost chakra. It deals with things like maturity and feeling trusting toward other people. Your amount of groundedness in reality is dealt with in your root chakra. And if you find yourself feeling, untrusting or up in the clouds or struggling with addictions and looking for escapes and not able to handle things or whatever else, and I have like a little bit of notes here that, look off of just to, jog memory and stuff. But you might have a blockage in your root chakra. It's not a good thing. You want to stay grounded. Don't be too grounded, but be grounded to be balanced in your life. To exercise this chakra in a meditative thing with a mantra, a traditional mantra for the root chakra is Lam. So you would vibrate this particular word while you are focusing on your root chakra. And in color, I have seen this to be green and to be brown. I've seen both, but I usually associate this with green for me. So in doing so, you would be meditating and you would vibrate Lam. So that nature. You take it out even further than I did, but focus on your root chakra and putting positive energy into it so it is bright and swirling and healthy, and you will unblock it and you will open it and activate it. Next up, we have your sacral chakra that is at your groin level. It deals with sexuality, creativity, and your personal power as well. We're moving up toward the solar plexus, is also a power chakra, but the sacral chakra is most usually red or orange that I've seen. I like red for mine personally. It feels right for me. If you have sexual problems or feel very not creative, you're stagnant or whatever else, you might have a blockage in that particular chakra. A traditional mantra you can use to vibrate in meditation to cleanse and work on your sacral chakra is Vam. And you would vibrate it while focusing on the same kind of visualization as I use for the rest of them for this. Vam. Something along those lines. So your next chakra is going to be your solar plexus. That is like right at your navel, your belly. And pretty much everybody says this is gold or yellow, something along those lines. So I think that's the only thing I've ever seen that, but that's what makes sense to me. It is power center, and it has to do with self-esteem, courage, maturity as well, and honor, stuff like that, stuff along those lines. And working on your your solar plexus can really bring out a lot of power in you, like bring all that force out of your belly and everything. A mantra for this can be Ram, like spelled Ram, Ram. Ram. Same stuff. Now your next one, right at the center of the chest, is your heart chakra. I've seen this to be green and I've seen this to be pink. I like pink mostly, but I've seen it in both colors. So your heart chakra deals with things like love, self-love, love of others. It's more of a sweeter love, whereas your sacral chakra is more passion. It's very emotional, and it is the centermost chakra that connects your upper chakras and your lower chakras. So the heart is the center of the being. If you have emotional problems or have been hurt a lot of times, then you might have problems with this chakra. It's not a good feeling. So if you find yourself feeling anxious and closed off from people and unable to have success in your relationships, unable to open up, all sorts of other things, the heart chakra might be in some kind of peril. A traditional mantra for this one is Yam. It's spelled like yam. 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 And focus here and open that up. Usually when I feel it really, really open when I'm working on it, it makes me smile, and it just kind of happens. I feel so happy and so relaxed and free. It's beautiful. I love it. Your next one is the throat chakra, and it is blue from what I have seen. I haven't noticed any other colors for it, but blue is the one I've mostly seen for it. It deals in things like communication and self-expression. If you're feeling like you can't talk to someone or you can't express yourself or any other kinds of ways of closed off like that, you might be having some problems with your throat chakra. And a mantra for that is Ham, spelled like ham. Unblocking that will give you the feeling of having a powerful voice that you're able to use unapologetically and for good things for yourself. Good stuff. Your next base chakra is your third eye chakra, and also the pineal gland, if you want a more technical area of the mind here. Your third eye is a very spiritual kind of a thing. Open your third eye. That is access to psychic senses and astral sight, astral senses, and other things. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything big with this one. Yeah, like intuition, faith, and intellect, and other things of that nature, accessed within the third eye. If you're feeling blocked off spiritually and other things of that nature, you can't really see things, you can't really do things. Your third eye chakra might not be open enough, might be closed, it might be blocked off. Say you were very spiritual at one point, but then you got scared and you ran away and you stopped exercising your spiritual muscles, because as they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. That will start to close. You'll have to reopen that if you want to revisit the spiritual path. It's a mantra that I use that is also traditional is Aum. So it's not Om, but Aum. That's one that I've seen, like a couple that are interchangeable between the crown and the third eye, but that's what I like. Moving up. And also it's like an indigo, kind of a violet color from what I've seen. So the crown chakra is the last one we will deal with for this one. It is the crown of your head, or you could put it here, but up the front of your body, because they sit like right in front of you, like right over top of you. They're not actually touching you. So it's the crown of your head. So you could sit it here. So the crown chakra is your link to your higher self or your soul. It is the big spiritual powerhouse and nerve center, essentially. And you keep this open and healthy, you'll have access to your higher self and what you're meant to be. And it will give you full access to what you should be doing, opposed to what your ego is telling you to do. And living by your soul is much healthier than living by the ego. I mean, I know sometimes the ego is necessary in mundane things too, but I would prefer not to. One good thing about the left-hand path is the ego tends to die off. So that's a good thing. Anyway, open that chakra, and I've seen it as white and purple. I prefer white. And I've seen Om and Ah for this to be the mantra. I use Ah. So, Ah, something of that nature. And I have had experiences where I have opened it so far in meditation, like when I go up and open all of my chakras and cycle energy through all of them, where I've been able to see glimpses of my higher self. Now, while I have not seen my higher self in full, my partner actually has seen my higher self on the astral plane, and I was able to catch a couple glimpses of her, so it's cool. But okay, so very valuable to keep your chakras open and healthy, and to live in a certain way to make sure they're healthy. So continue doing energy work on them. If you feel blocked or you feel like little repelling energies when you feel over them, cycle some energy through, take some time to work on them. It doesn't take too long to do this. And when you feel that it is unblocked, then you can move up. I usually like to do all of these in a sequence, or if you want to focus on one for a certain spell or a certain working, then go ahead. Different demons and spirits can also empower your chakras, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so that's very basic spiritual side of the chakras. They all have medical aspects of them as well, but I just wanted to cover the spiritual ones in this video. So okay, I think I'm done here. If you're looking for any kind of services of readings and spells and such, hit up the link in the description below for the Facebook page, and my partner and I can set you up for good prices. And yeah, so thank you for spending some time with me today. Always lovely seeing you, and have a lovely day. Stay blessed, and salutations, and bye. Something. Bye.